Good morning. Who is here? I see two. Who are the two persons here? All right, let me know. Are you hearing me? Yes. Morning, Gub Gub. Morning, I Master. So why you come here with your sleep vibes? It's one infusion. All right, you probably hear some noise in my background. My kids are having class. I got nowhere to go. Okay. Cause I wanted to be on YouTube. And then you can use it as reference later on because we're going on the oh, morning Darren. Morning Gregory. You don't like being on YouTube, sir? I wanna know what you did I do. What were you doing? Why are you so tired? Parents have you working out at home? Robertson, why don't you like YouTube? Can I ask the others to join this segment? We're going to look on the IA and oh. Oh, I understand. I understand, Robertson. All right, ask the others to come on, get in contact with them. It's, let me pin this. Morning, Nizzy. You getting feedback? I wonder. Oh. I'm seeing four. I want to go through this, guys, in one over, I think. Oh, I try and see if we can finish this part. All right, so as it relates to the I added the table of contents to your document. Let's see, can I zoom? Let's see. Let me know if you're seeing the screen clearly. I see what you're talking about, read the delay. You're up gaming, Tusk? Yeah, and Gegri gaming online in the night. Alright. Alright, every data I give trouble right now. Every company basically. Alright. So as you know now, the problem statement that is going to come from your previous IA for unit 1. Okay. So you know that the problem statement is going to come from the same IA that you did for unit 1, right? Unless there were some editing that you needed to do. Same thing with the narrative and the pseudocode. The program code will do some minor changes to it, as we would have said before. No candle. This is for computer science. Then we have the test plan and we, hold on, it's what going here, so. No man, this one is not the right one. Jaydan, what did you guys do to your IA? Yeah? No, not no, may I have class. Alright, so let me look back because this is not the right document. I thought I added the right document to the classroom, so I'm not sure what is happening with this one. Probably I just need to go into my Google Drive. No, I want to go into my Google Drive. This is weird. I thought I updated the document. 1 minute, guys. Honest, did you guys go into the thing and change it back? Because I added the pages. Alright. Until then. No. I need to show you guys this part. Otherwise, I would probably have to use one of the ones from last year. But I'm not seeing the editing that I did. Alright, let's look on this one to be specific. Alright, so this is the table of content for the Unit 2 IA. So you guys already have the problem statement, right? The problem statement will... Hi, Mr. Nisbeth. The problem statement will remain the same from the Unit 1 IA. That's what I was saying. Then now we will look on the techniques of analysis. You guys were supposed to do that part already. For the techniques of analysis, you just need to write how is it that you plan on getting the data from your from the company that has hired you to do the system, right? So you will write on, and I think I marked this for all of the 3 groups that I have. So you will write on the questionnaire, the interview, the, if you're using prototyping, if it is that you are going to use questionnaire, interview, observation, any of those methods. So you'd write the advantages, disadvantages of using that. Functional and non-functional areas of your system, right? You need to write on those areas. Did anybody finish this part of their IA in terms of the functional and non-functional areas? Mm-hmm. Anybody read the functional and non-functional areas? No? Alright. Alright. So when we're looking on the functional areas of your system, we basically look on the requirements. What is it supposed to do? What is it your system is required to do? So Dante's own was to take Morse code and change it over into language, English. So you basically look there now on the input, how the system will behave, and the output there. So what are some of the rules in terms of how the persons enter their data, how the system will behave if it is that the correct or incorrect data is entered, and what is it that will happen as your output. So you want to look on just the rules of your system, the how is the information authenticated, who is given privileges, the administrative function. So as a low level user, what is it that they will get authority to use on your system, and what is it that somebody higher than them will use if it is that your system requires that. The non-functional areas now, you want to look on the speed and the accuracy of your system. You want to look on the availability of it, the reliability of it, the maintainability of it, basically the security and the usability. So you can go back to the UpMed part and incorporate that in your non-functional areas. Are we clear there? I don't remember that part in a Gregory. I don't remember who it is that was given this part. Probably Deron, if Deron is in this group. I don't remember. Right, so that is your non-functional areas here. Now, as it relates now to the design specification, I would have told you guys to, yes, Sean. Oh. So for the functional areas, as I was saying, you would look on your input. What are the inputs for your system? Good. If it is that is there any rule as to how the users are supposed to enter their data? What are the system requirements for, no, sorry. What are the rules for entering this data, and what will happen if it is that it is not entered this particular way? Right? For your non-functional areas now, you're going to look on the speed of your system. Let's say, for instance, the system you're creating, it can't work on an iOS device, operating system, sorry, then you will state that. If it is that the speed of it, how long does it take, the maintainability of it, how often will it need to be maintained, and these things. And it's just listing, it's not a lot of explanation that you will have to do for this one. But once you write it, then I will tell you what to do. So for the design specification now, For the design specification, guys, I would have placed in the classroom that there's a particular software that you can use for those persons who are supposed to do this part. I'll go back. See it here? It says eDraw Max, and you can eDraw Soft, and you can download this to do the design aspect. See, it says I have a free trial, which is 4 days. So when you download it, make sure that you make use of your free trial. All right. So for the persons now who are going to do with first thing, you want to look on the interface design, right? So when you're looking on your interface design, sorry, you're going to do the interface design. You're also going to do the context level diagram. You're going to do the ERD diagram, and you're going to do a structure chart. Good. Now, everything here, when you go into the document, you will see software development. And under software development, you will see some things here. So here you have your software architecture. You have your data flow model, data flow diagram. So you can just basically click. So for when you're doing your DFD here, it tells you the type of DFD or the design that you want. You select one, you enter your data, and you go ahead with that for the DFD. For the program structure, you can use this one also, not mandatory, because a regular flowchart can use for your structure chart. Project management. For the persons who are doing IT, here is where you would get your Gantt chart if you want to do something more artistic. Here it is now on the design model, you will get your ERD diagram, because remember that you must do the ERD diagram there also, right? Down here we have form. It has card. Hold on, there's something else I need to go under. There's networking, and under networking, what would I want under networking? We don't need to use anything under networking right here. We don't need to use anything right here. Wireframe, sorry. So for the wireframe now, you can design your interface. So here now for the Windows UI, if you're designing it for phones, if you're designing it for Androids or iPad or whatever. So here, if I could select this, you have the option now, which is the Windows operating system. Windows user interface, sorry. Hold on. Let me go back because I think my chat is not up to date. All right, good. So here now, when you're designing your user interface, you select whichever one you want, and you can change the background color, you can change the text, whether your introductory screen, you're welcome, or you can start from a blank setting. You come here you have your fill lines, you can add your windows, let's say this one, right, and you can change the color of it. Go to solid colors, select here. So if your design, whatever it is that you want to do for your interface here, and then you can add your text. So let's say your system, what was the name of your system, Robertson? Was your own name Morse? Can have the name of your system here. Welcome to Morse. And you probably put a little tag there or something or another, right? You can add your close button. You can add your minimize button, and these are all optional, so it depends on what you want to add to this. So this could be your opening screen, and then you can add different sections here. Let's say if you want a drop down, which you're telling me that you're using, first you have to tell me what it is that you are using, whether you're the type of interface that you're using, whether it is that you are, hi Mr. Cooper, whether it is that you're going to use a graphical user interface, if it is that you're using menu driven, whatever the type that you're using. It don't hard. It don't hard. So for instance, now I'm looking for the one which text, right? So welcome to Mars. And in this now you can have enter username. Alright, enter username here. I try to drag this out. For some reason it's not allowing me to. Hold on, let me see now. Let's do that again. Come, something. See it there. So you just drag it and drop it where it is. So here, enter user name. Alright, and we can add a next one. This one is a drop down one. This one. And underneath this now, drag it out to enter password. Right. So that now could be your welcome screen. And then probably open it. Or if you do red line easy, the red line is supposed to be right at the end of the video. Right. So this now would be your welcome screen. Right. Now this is doing. Like for, as I know, Hudson, it's the Morse code. For Delroy, it is the construction company. And for Jadon is the library service. Right. And you can add your images too, you can add your text or whatever. So you would design how it is that you want your interface. So this part would stay like this. Let's say when it is that you're ready now to enter the data, you don't have to design every aspect of it. Once it is that we see some components of it, then it is fine. After this, how will your main screen look? After the user enter their username and password, what will happen? Right? You can display a little error message to say what happen if the username is incorrect or password, and then after the password is the next screen. What does it look like? Good. Right. That is what you have to do part of the design phase. So as I said before now, for the design, that's the user interface design. For your report design, that's the next part that I asked you for. Then now your algorithm design you already have, and your program design you already have. Let me go down because I think I would have added some specific things to these sections. So it's a problem statement coming from Unit 1, the techniques of analysis. This who in Delroy group, why you don't put in the techniques of analysis yet? So the context level diagram, you're going to do that using the same software. That I showed you. The level 0 diagram to use that we can find those two. Alright, so I selected this as my first drawing. So for project management, software development, right? What did we say we're looking for again? All right, levels. All right, so we want the context level diagram. Ooh, it's not on the software. No. DFD is under there. Structure chart is under there. Database management. DFD. Hold on. Can be under network. Can be under electrical. Nope. Building plan. Hold on. No. Organizational chart. No. Management. I am not sure where it is. I saw it under software development. Erd diagram, I don't want Erd. Come like I will have to tell you guys where it is in this one. Software architecture. The building plan. Alright, so I'm going to tell you guys read the context level diagram. Problem under there, not the right heading. It's here under something. I just need to find it back and under what it is. But as it relates to those, the DFD is there, definitely for sure, and the ERD is on the database. So ERD, we're going to do. So Jaden, why you just a come a class? We look on the what you should write for the functional areas and the non-functional areas already. And we just went through the design specification. So under the design, as I would say, you do the structure chart. And for the structure chart, you can use, let me show you now, organizational chart, right? So for the structure chart, any one of these can work. We don't need those significant mapping like organizational structure. Something like this, but just one tier underneath where you have your system and the subsystems underneath. And if there's subsystems for those systems, then you'd have it. So like the company organizational chart can work as your structure chart there for that one. What Jaden within late self can ask the very same question. All right, so this one is going to be on YouTube so that I don't have to explain it over. Tell you about smart. All right, so that's that part for the structure chart. And then you have your user interface design, which I just went through, Jaden. Don't call me lazy. Please, I'm not lazy. It's just being productive. And we say we have the narrative already. All right, so we have 43 pages in this one because we took most of the information from this. We said that for the program code later on, we're just going to add the stacks and queues to it, and then we will be finished for that. For your report design now, it will be similar to that which you did for your, what do we call that now? Where we're basically using our test data. You know, so we can't deal with Jaden. Right. The part where we would have had our test information, that's what we are going to use in our report design. Right? Let me see if I can find a sample IA now to show you guys. No, we need my desktop. I'll see it here. IA. Do I have any unit 2? Whose one am I going to use? Taj. This one. No, not this one. Oh, 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 oh. Where's my Dropbox account though? Hold on. Yo, me must have 10 different something open up in this. Oh. Why my Dropbox not opening? Somebody see that my thingy is dancing on the screen. I want to show you a sample IA, but it will not let me be great. What's it here? No, this one, unit 2. Ooh. Alright, this one. No, this is the program code. I don't need this part. I need this part, sorry. Alright. So we have the introductory part right here. Let's just look on the different sections. So problem definition coming from unit 1. Here we have a sample technique of analysis, right? So if you notice here, okay. So if you notice here now, it says, let's say for instance, an observation, it tells what is the observation, and it tells how it is. It says when conducting the observation, the researcher went into the business and observed the current system that existed. It says what they observed. The researcher also saw customers who came into the business personally. So it looked on what is it that they would have identified here. Same thing for the questionnaire as to what they saw happening and what it is that they gathered from that. And here we have a summary of what it is that they found from the gathering of data using questionnaire, observation, and interview. Here we have the context level diagram. As I was saying before, you're going to do your context level diagram for your system. The level 0 diagram is similar to your context level diagram. It goes a little bit more in depth, as you know. So you're going to do the context level and you're also going to do the level 0 diagram. Then you're going to do the Erd diagram, and we said this one is in the same software and it's on the database. So for the Erd diagram, you're going to look on the major components of your system and how they're linked into with each other. Think about you creating a database for your system. What are the tables that you would create? What data you would store and how it is that they are linked. So like a company accepts customers, the customer selects what is it that they want to do, whether they want to rent or they want to purchase, whether they want to rent or purchase a vehicle, right? If the person selects that they want to rent, they want to contain vehicle, purchase, contain vehicles, what type of vehicle it is that they are going to use. So vehicles has brands which come back to the same. So if you're purchasing or renting, these are the brands that you have available for that part. All right. So that's the context level. All right. Then now here we have your sample functional areas. So here it says the user is accepted at the welcome screen, where they will be prompted to enter their name, the current date, and whatever. So this is what you would need now for the system to function. It says the user is then brought to the main menu. If the user chooses to select more than one vehicle, a loop will be initiated. After the selection of the preferred brand of vehicle, the user will be brought to another screen. So it basically just lists out what will happen in the system here. Alright. Here now for the functional, non-functional areas, as I was saying, we can use back the same UpMed section. So the maintainability, how will your system accept future changes? How often will you need to do that? How dependable is it in terms of how safe, secure, and reliable? The efficiency of it, will it do that which it is supposed to do? The usability and the portability of it, movement from one to the next. Okay. Design specification. So here we have the structure chart. As I say, your system. What are the main? So here we have main, Honda, Mercedes, sale and rental for the main ones. Here is just the major components of your system that you're going to add there. So here now, it could have been that you would have had for here, car rental system. Coming from the car rental system, you could have had two other boxes which would have said sale and rental. And then what are the subsystems underneath those? Any questions? Any questions? All right. No. No questions. All right. All right. So after the structure chart area here, we have our user interface design. As I said, you're going to tell us what you're going to utilize, whether it is that you're using the GUI, you're using menu driven, using command driven. What is it that you're using? So here we have the welcome screen for the person for this system. All right. And for the report design, so after the user would have entered the information, what will come up? What would come up on the screen as their output? As I say, can in the IA where you had the sample data that you would use to test it, you would just show what would happen for those when it is that the user entered those. For the Morse code one, no, I don't know how it is that you're going to show that one, because that one kind of tricky with the sound, but I'm sure Mr. Robertson and his team will be very, very creative with that one. Coding and testing. We already have the coding from unit 1, so that part is okay. As I said, the only thing we're going to add to it is some abstract data type to add list, queue, or a stack to your program code. Yes, Mr. Robertson and his team. So as you would have noticed now, this part is the same thing coming from unit 1. Yo, this long though. Hold on. And oh, my apologies if I did see you guys. So as you notice here, it's the same thing coming from unit 1. So the major parts that you need to do, we would have discussed above. So it's just basically adding in your diagrams, adding in your user interface, writing about the functional and non-functional areas, and that's that. So we want to finish up the IA by the second week of March. And we would leave out the part for the abstract data type and come back to it. So the other areas we want to finish up. So for the persons who were given the functional and non-functional areas, for the part which is it now? Yes. Techniques of analysis, I would have marked that for the different groups. Just add that to the section. For the persons who are working on the non-functional and non-functional areas, add that by Friday. And then Robertson, Robinson, and Lewis, you guys need to let me see the at least the user interface part or some aspect of it by Friday also. Let me see what you come up with for your system. All right. All right, all right, all right. Any questions thus far? Talk to me. What is happening? Oh, hello. Hold on, let me check something. Okay. All right. Questions? Right, Delroy with the no problem. Is that good? Yo, Delroy, know the thing. You know the steps. All right, good. So you can get onto that part. For the persons who are working on the functional and non-functional areas, any questions there? I'm still not 100% sure as to why I am not seeing the. All right, database modeling, ERD, ERD. The chain there ERD would be best for you to use because it gives you all the for that part. So use the chain ERD diagram when it is that if you're doing your ERD. So you go to database modeling and then select chain ERD, or you can select a blank one if you want. For say data flow model. Here we have the data flow diagram, the DFD. You will now have to level it down. So under software development, here you have the DFD. You use the same DFD one for the context level diagram, and you're going to use the same one for your level 0 DFD, right? So we covered the ERD, DFD, and the level 0. Context level 0 and ERD. And for your structure chart, we said that you can use a regular organizational structure chart for that one, which is on the organizational chart. And for the design, for the user interface design, you're going to use the wireframe. You can select a blank one, or you can use the Windows UI, whichever one you want to use from the top, or you can design it from scratch. All right. All right. So if you don't have any questions, that's it, and you can go about working on that part. And I'll meet you in our WhatsApp chat. Okay? All right. Bye, Delroy.